Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Lemuel and this is #LemDrops. And today I want to talk to you about the giving cycle. In my video yesterday, I spoke about giving and the new marketplace commodity. And in that video, talked about the 4 people that you should follow and how incredibly they have been examples of what it means to be positioning themselves in this new marketplace called the internet. Well, I got to thinking and I thought, okay, when we start giving, something happens. Something happens to the people that receive from us, and something also happens to us. And I realized that giving is a cycle. When you give, people begin to give back to you. And there are 5 things actually within this cycle, and I'm going to run it through right now. Number 1, consistent, authentic giving builds trust. Now, when you give, you can't give with a mindset, oh, I'm going to give so that I can receive. You got to give just because it's who you are. Now, if you are not gifted with that ethic or that virtue or that kindness, you can actually build it up. And you can train yourself to be a giver without an expectation in return. The most difficult thing about giving with expectation is that you can get burnt, you can get frustrated, you can easily begin to forget why you're actually giving in the first place. You're giving because it's a part of you. You're giving because you have abundance in your spirit or in your mind. You may not have abundance in your money or your product or your purse, but the fact of the matter is you have abundance in your spirit. So your spirit has the attitude to give. And so when you're in that position, then it's just a matter of time when those things are expressed out. And when you are authentic and when you are consistent with your giving, people realize that, you know what, they're not doing it to get anything in return. This is who they are. They live this way. They will begin to trust you in what you do. If you're providing them product, if you're providing them service, if you're expressing your talents or your gifts, they will begin to trust you and show up when you show up. All right? Because trust, this is number 2, trust builds confidence. When people see that you're consistent, when people see that you're authentically a giving person, they begin to trust you and confidence begins to be built about you and about the product or about the brand or about your person. And they begin to say, yeah, that person is who they are always. And when confidence begins to be built up, it results in reliance. Now I'm going to rely on you. Now you're the person that constantly give. Now I'm going to turn to you because I know every time I needed something, you were there for me. And so because of that, I trust you. And because of my trust, I rely on you. And you know what happens to reliance? Number 4, reliance builds repeatable or repeating action. When somebody trusts you, they keep coming back to you. They keep coming back to you. This is a new marketplace approach, y'all. When they trust you and you have and they have confidence in you and now they're relying on you, guess what happens? They will constantly be turning to you. Have you ever logged on to a YouTube channel and they constantly gave you great feedback? Like Miss Gladney's lives, you constantly get something from her lives. Guess what happens? You know she's reliable, and so you show up. You know, because every time she goes live, you know something's about to drop. You know, you're about to learn something so good, so true, and so relevant for your day. And so you're there. So the last one, number 5, repeating action produces an increase for the giver. So now as the giver, people begin to be confident in your giving ability, be confident in who you are. They're beginning to rely on you for information. They're beginning to rely on you for their products. Guess what happens? That repeatable action increases what the giver has, right? It increases, if you're the source of the gift, if you're the giver, it increases your wealth. It increases your influence. It increases your audience. It increases your fellowship or followship. It increases your bottom line. If you're providing products that are reliable also, that is providing trustworthy value to people. And guess what happens? Because of that, you begin to increase and the cycle begins to repeat. And people begin to give more because when they see that what they gave you, you're giving back out. they have confidence. And confidence builds trust, or trust. They begin to have trust, and trust builds confidence, and confidence builds reliance, and reliance builds repeatable action. All right, everybody. Hey, if that was of some value to you in any way, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me for tomorrow's video. You never know. I just may bring some more lem drops. Take it easy, everybody. Be well. And Merry Christmas.
17 YouTube channels. Never before have you ever seen a Limwell #LemDrop.com. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you the man, the myth.
You got me hype over here, bro.
Right.